Hello YouTube friends, I'm here to show you what I've picked out for the Booksmith challenge for November, which is Deserted Island. And so she gave us some givens, 4 givens I believe they are. She let us pick a book cover, and we could use an old book, a new book, or any kind of book, and or chipboard or whatever, and I decided on this, and then I went ahead and used tea-dyed paper to cover the inside because that is one of the 4 givens. She said you can use as much paper as you want, it just has to be one kind. So this is in one color, so this is one tea-dyed paper, so one type of paper there, and so I use that to cover the inside of my book. The other given is a scissor and only one type of glue, and I'm using Aleene's tacky glue because that's what I had. So those are the 4 givens, and then the choices, you could pick any 4 things to decorate the book. So one of them is you can use, for example, a scrapbook page, but you can only use 1 page. So this is my 1 page, and this is what it looks like before I started pulling pieces apart. This is what it looks like now. I've already used one of the images, and I'm gonna show you that here in a little bit. The other item of the 4 that we could choose was a piece of fabric, and as you can see, this is not a very large piece. It's not a small piece. It's a piece that if I had to cover the book, it would be large enough and maybe a little bit more. It's kind of the size, it's basically a pillowcase, just the one side. So that's a decent size. It's not like an unlimited amount of fabric here. Okay, so it's a fairly normal size for covering a book and having a little left over. But I decided to actually cover the book a little differently. I did use some of the fabric, but not a big portion of it. So I'll show that here in a bit. So then the third item is thread and needle. You can use 1 color only thread, so just 1 type of thread, and needle is considered 1 item. And last but not least, my 4th item is the broken china color of the Distress Oxide. Kind of wanted to change it up a little bit from the regular browns and rusty colors or whatever that we tend to use. And since I decided to go ahead and go with the mermaid theme, I thought these would be pretty colors together. And so far what I have is this book cover, and I think it came out really cute. This is some of that blue fabric. I fussy cut little images out of there, and then this is one of the pieces of the scrapbook paper, and then I've layered with the tea-dyed paper and inked the edges of the tea-dyed paper, so it gave it that layered look, and I really like it. I really like it. The spine is not really big, so I'm thinking I'm gonna probably do 1 signature, probably around 15 sheets, which would be, I guess, 45 pages if you count the front and back. And the other thing I've done so far, which I'm very excited about, is this is the first page of the signature, and I really like it because I stitched this paper. It looks like fabric trim, and I really like that. I think that's really cool and fun. So yeah, I used the thread to sew these strips of paper and kind of crunch them up, and then I glued them to the tea-dyed paper, and then I glued these images of that fabric again. Beautiful fabric. So I like it how when I put that in the book, it actually looks like it's got, you know, trim. It's got, hopefully I'll sew it in decent and you can see the trim on the top, bottom, and sides properly. But yeah, so I thought that was kind of cool considering the very limited criteria there. And yeah, I also made this little rosette, and I sewed around it and then kind of scrunched it up and, you know, put some of that thread in the middle and then give it some little legs. It kind of looks like a little sea creature a little bit, or a rosette, whatever. Either way, it's cool. So yeah, so far I super love it, and I'm super excited about the challenge. I'm gonna be, you know, putting in more pages like this. I haven't inked this next one yet, but all the pages are probably gonna be something like that. I think that really looks very pretty. And yeah, this dark staining actually is a natural occurrence when I dye my paper, because one of the receptacles that I use is a metal, you know, receptacle, and it's got like rusted areas, and so it picks up that color for some reason. But anyway, that's my tea dye paper. It's the way it comes naturally for me. So anyway, I do have work to do. I need to cut these to size and then ink the edges, and then I'm going to go back in and decorate the rest of the pages with the fabric and the other images that I cut out of here, and some more of this thread. I'm going to be sewing pages and stuff to see what kind of designs I can get out. I mean, I'm not really sure what it's going to end up looking like, but so far I'm very pleased and excited, and I want to thank Nick the Booksmith for this challenge, because I think it's super awesome. It really made me get out of my comfort zone and made me really be creative. I mean, I was up at night sometimes thinking about it, so, but you know, it was fun. It's a good thing though, you know. It didn't keep me up all night or anything, but I woke up a couple times thinking about it. Apparently I went to sleep thinking about it. I don't know, it was exciting. So I love being excited about art, and that's why I do these videos. And I hope that you will share this. Please subscribe if you have not. And that just lets me know that there's someone out there looking at these videos, and that really helps me, my morale, you know. Just, you know, I would do these anyway, because I started doing these junk journals, you know, before I was thinking about YouTube, but a lot of my inspiration does come from YouTube, and so I felt that that is part of the joy, to be able to share the things that you do creatively. I think in that way we are sharing positive energy. We are pouring positive energy into people, and I'm all about that. So pour some back into me, and comment below or subscribe or like. I really do appreciate you, and I thank you. Let me know if you have a channel that I can look at for inspiration about art, and I would love that. If you want to put comments below and do that, that would be fine. And yeah, I look forward to showing you this book when it is completed. I think the deadline is November 17th, so hopefully I can complete it by then, because I actually have my mom coming from out of town for a couple weeks, so it might be a little hard to get that done while I have her visiting. But anyway, maybe I'll let her kind of in on the fun a little bit, and she can look at me do it, and you know, maybe she can be doing something else or something. We'll see. Sorry for the rambling. Thank you guys. Take care and God bless.